Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Jond Games here, and it's been a little over 5 days since the Pixelmon 1.8 beta came out, and I have been absolutely going to town with it. So, as you can see, I've implemented one of the features that I've wanted to for so long. Live maps is one of the first things that I've been implementing. I was just working on this earlier, and I thought it was really freaking cool. It'll show you around where you are. All you need is one town map instead of two for Kanto and Johto. It'll switch in between regions and all that. It'll track your location. It's pretty dang awesome. And that's just one of the things that I've been working on this week. So let's go ahead and head back to spawn and I can show you some more. So these are all of the command blocks that make that live map happen. If I go ahead and select it, you can kind of see if I go into the peripherals that clock started up, and that's cycling through, and it's making sure I'm in an area, and those what those command blocks do. And then if I am, it'll go ahead and give me a map. So each one of these rows is a different map, and that's a lot of command blocks for just a very simple thing, and as a result, this is only going to really work if it's in your first slot. I may end up just expanding this like upwards for every single slot, but don't get your hopes up. And then this is kind of what it looks like with all of the maps for Kanto. Jesus, these are all of the maps for Kanto, and Johto's are just kind of over there. And you can see there's just little heads that pop up depending on where you are in the world. So that's kind of the concept. It'll give you a different map each and every time, and it's pretty cool. Another thing that I've been working on is some improvements to the eggs. I don't know what I can do about all this lag. I think the shadows are really causing a lot of FPS lag when you're around here, because normally I don't get that bad of FPS just around these things. Let me go ahead and change this to 10 real quick. So now whatever happens whenever you go to the daycare, you're going to be able to buy a Pokemon egg like this, and then, oh, I guess it already hatched for me. Let's set it to 9 then. So now what it does, you can see my egg hatch counter is over there, and I'm not going to really do much with that, but basically it'll count your steps instead of actually just like trying to break the egg. Let's see, which one are... There we go, egg steps. So if I walk around here, you can see that it is going up. So I'm about at 2,000 now. I think it goes up to 10,000 per egg step. So in total, you're going to have to walk about 100,000 blocks. So like walking on the ground is the best to hatch your egg. And yeah, it's a cool concept that I'm finally able to implement. And that's thanks to the 1.8 stuff. So like here we just have a little gate that will detect whenever stuff works. So yeah, I've already done a video on this. I'm not going to go through it again. But yeah, another thing that I've done is I've implemented days of the week. So if I go back to the town map, you can see a weekday scoreboard popped up, and you might have noticed that before. But basically what that does is it just kind of cycles through and it will add a global tag. So I have a scoreboard of weekday, and so if it's 1, it'll be Monday. If it's 2, it'll be Tuesday, all the way to Sunday. And yeah, it's just kind of neat to have that as an option for implementing events. So like, I think there was a Lapras that like only spawned on Friday. Those kind of things are what I'm looking to do more of. Another thing that I'm looking to do more of is actually having to do with this little thing here. So if you don't want to read the lore, basically this is just a radio that will play very specific tunes for depending on what slot it's in. So currently the only thing that's actually implemented is the Pokeflute, but if I go ahead and put it in slot 8, which would be the equivalent of like a frequency, and then roll over it, so it'll start playing music, and that'll follow me wherever I go. The volume is set so it'll be wherever I go as well. And I'm hoping to really do this with basically everything. So if I let the music shut up real quick, I'm really hoping to actually have that implemented for almost all of the routes. So far, I have gotten a bunch of note block songs built for a bunch of things, and I'll actually give you a little bit of a sample here since I had to record them with Fraps anyway in order to get the audio into a custom resource pack that will come with the map. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get that all bundled together. So yeah, all that's really left for me to do is go ahead and take out all these. So these were the original blocks that gave you like the music discs if you won the quiz, and kind of annoying, but yeah, it'll give you a radio card this time, and you can take it around, and it'll be like location based stuff. It'll have the Poke Flute, which ideally I'll be able to like lock up a Snorlax inside some barrier blocks until you bring the radio on that specific note. So I don't know, things like that I'm really looking forward to. I am waiting to get the trainers and Poke Spawners built, but my plan is to actually have a little mechanism that will cycle through depending on the daytime and clone in different spawners for different days, so Pokemon will have different rates depending on what time you're in a route, because I think that'd just be really cool using the clone command. And when it comes to the trainers, they're probably safer to work with now, but these are some trainers that my friend Brock let me use, like the skins. If you don't know, the trainer editor got a really cool upgrade that allows you to actually change your skins. So like you can have a custom person. So this one is Professor Willow, and that is from Brock HD's stuff. He said I could use some of his NPCs. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to these, although I really wish I could have them not be able to battle or anything. And I would change them to traders, but it's gonna crash if I hit that button. That's just a beta feature, I guess. Same with Tab. And as well as that, I may also just make it an impossible trade, so I don't know. I think a trader would probably be better. I mean, right now, this is the mom, and she just has a Mr. Mime whenever I spawned her over in the house in New Barktown. But yeah, this is just really, really exciting, and I think there's only one other thing that I wanted to show off, and if you saw the live stream, it was made pretty early, so this may not surprise you. It's implemented! The gold ducks are floating above me! So I implemented the repels, and I've yet to actually give the villagers them, but yeah, I imported the repels, and it works beautifully, just as I intended. Pixelmon work as entities for the most part. I think the flying ones act differently, but that's all par for the course. Gotta experiment a little, gotta have fun. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for what I should add, go ahead and leave those in the comments. I would love to have a challenge for what, like, TMs, HMs, and just stuff like those to recreate, and specifically like maybe even key items, because over here we have just a bunch of them that I've yet to really implement. Let's see. Yeah, I do have a few key items in here that I want to do, like escape rope is on my list. I have no idea how I'll do that though. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for this little bit of an update Pixelmon video. Again, this map will be for 1.8, and I'm probably going to release it within the coming weeks. Hopefully I'll be able to get a lot done, and hopefully Pixelmon will get another like official release out, because I really don't want to mess with the spawners. I have a bad track record whenever it comes to spawners. It will just completely change Pokemons, and you'll be getting legendary Pokemon spawning on Route 29. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.